Feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes.
I'm a feminist because I want to be independent.
I'm a feminist because I want the same opportunities that my brother got all the time we were growing up.
Are you a feminist?
Yes, I am.
So it depends on what you mean by feminist. I think I am a feminist, but with a small f.
Me personally, no.
I hate that word because as soon as people hear that word, they get an idea in their head of what a feminist is and what it means.
Not that I know of. I don't really know what feminist means anymore because it's just so out of proportion. Everyone's just ranting and raging about it. I think it's kind of just got out of hand.
I want to be obviously independent in life. I want to be independent with my career. I want to leave uni, go straight into a career and be in that for years. My issues are that women, even now, are still having to have a career, but then as soon as they have children, have to stay at home. But it's just annoying me, the fact that I do want a family, I do want a husband, but I'm going to have children, and then as soon as I have children, I'm going to have to look after them.
It's not uncommon for women to feel like they need to choose between a family and career.
Women who have careers feel like they need to accomplish career goals before having children, but a lot of men don't feel the same.
Women often start thinking about having families rather than progressing in their careers, whilst men often feel a stronger need to progress in their careers to provide for their families.
1.6 million women feel the need to cut down their working hours to care for children, compared to 900,000 men, according to a study carried out by the Guardian newspaper.
There's no sort of equal rights as in, men do 2.5 days and women do 2.5 days.
Well, I went from 30 hours to 18 and a half hours when I went back to my second child. It had to be, due to child costs and due to it being difficult to manage the kind of job I do and look after children, it felt it was most appropriate that I went down to 18 and a half hours. Due to him being financially the one who brings in the most money, then it made sense for me to have my hours. But if I earned the most, then maybe it would be different.
To earn as much as our partners,
No.
or because we were the ones that wanted children.
Why would you say that you are a feminist then?
Because I believe that regardless of gender or who you identify as, everyone should have the same equal opportunities and to be treated exactly the same as everyone else.
I'm a feminist because I want my body to belong to me and no one else.
Because I believe in equality for both genders. I don't think that anyone should be excluded because they were born a male or because they were born a female.
I think everyone should be equal. The things with equal wages and stuff.
We're quite lucky in the UK. You don't have a very big gender pay gap. In some countries it's really big. And I think that is something that we take for granted a little bit.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
19% of people have felt some form of gender inequality at work.
50% of women surveyed and 33% of men surveyed felt that they had experienced gender inequality at work, but felt they couldn't tell their bosses about it.
The three most common forms of gender discrimination are the pay gap, verbal harassment and unfair promotion.
The gender pay gap affects more women than it does men.
Across England, the pay gap between men and women in full-time employment is 9.4%, but this increases to 19% when you take into account part-time workers.
It's sad to see sometimes how far things have came because they still have a long way to go.
Definitely, even in the 21st century.
I feel very strongly that women are very important. I feel very strongly that women have a role in society. Mm-hmm. They should be treated equally as men. Mm-hmm. But sometimes feminists can have a bad press. They can have a bad label about themselves. So I wouldn't like to be thought of as a freaky feminist, let's say. Okay. But I do feel quite strongly that women in fact, can be stronger than men.
Oh, in the past? Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, because it was all men in control, wasn't it? You know, well, I think they can do many jobs, you know, many different things. They're quite capable of, you know, like doing men's jobs.
Sexuality within the media has gotten out of hand, and it can be quite easy to blame the media for a lot of gender inequality.
Because they're ingrained in their minds and they have a lot of testosterone coursing through their veins, they're going to think like that, and that is the truth. And that is sad, and it shouldn't be like that, but they can't help it. You know, they can't. You know, if you injected yourself with testosterone for weeks, you tell me how it would feel to be a man and, you know, being presented with sexual imagery, you would be drawn to it. Of course you would. You know, try it if you want. You know, and I have a friend actually, his name's I Feminist, he's absolutely amazing, but he injected himself with female hormones to see what it would feel like to be a woman, just to experience that mindset, and, you know, and I just thought that was a wonderful thing, that he tried that.
I think it's how you yourself manage it, and how you yourself manage how you come across, how you dress yourself, how you conduct yourself in male company. And I do remember, as I've been growing up, colleagues of mine, female colleagues of mine, who've used their sexuality to get what they want. Now I personally don't approve of that. Anyone can do that, and I think it's wrong morally. But I have experienced that happening around me, let's say. And probably I have said to you that I've never experienced sexism, but I do recall one boss who was when I was quite senior within the BBC, who had a reputation with women, and I put my cards on the table very early on in my working relationship with him that I was not interested at all in him as a man, and that went against me, and he got rid of me quite quickly.
So what do you want to be when you grow older?
A doctor, a nurse.
Do you think all boys and girls should be doctors and nurses, or do you think it should just be boys?
Both of them.
Both of them? Why is that?
Because I love it. I want to be a mum.
Do you still want to work when you're a mum? Do you still want to be a doctor when you have babies?
Yeah.
Do you want to work every day?
Yeah.
In my culture, women have a lot of opportunities. Like if you're confident and if you push yourself, then women, you can go as far as you want to go.
In meiner Kultur sind Frauen sehr selbstbewusst, sehr wichtig und unabhängig.
В моей культуре, как и во всех, я считаю, женщины очень ценятся, любят нас мужчины, и все мы очень красивые и хорошие.
In my culture, once you get to a certain point in your life, if you're educated to a certain level, there is no glass ceiling. I have not found that in the West.
Basadi ka Botswana ba botlhale ba ikemiseditse go itsholetsa.
W mojej kulturze kobiety odgrywają ważne role polityczne. Na przykład naszą premier jest kobieta.
We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful. Otherwise, you would threaten the man.
We raise girls to see each other as competitors, not for jobs or accomplishments, which I think could be a good thing, but for the attention of men.
We teach girls that they cannot be sexual beings in the way that boys are.
A feminist, a person who believes in the social, political and economic equality of the sexes.
I think my main advice to anybody starting off and going into the media industry and being concerned about sexism and inequality is not to worry. Be good at what you do, be proud of who you are, and the rest will just follow.